Hey guys, what's up? MadSeason here, back with another video for you. As some of you may know, in Legion there's a whole new PvP area located in the sewers of Dalaran. By killing players, opening chests, and killing elite enemies, you can earn a variety of different items such as a rat mount, profession recipes, pets, and more. So in this video, I thought I'd cover this system in detail and give you an idea of how it all works, and I'll give you a preview of these rewards to help you decide if it's worth your time or not. There are 3 entrances to the Dalaran sewers. You have 2 paths at coordinates 5948 and 3545, and there's also a well at coordinates 4833 that drops you right in. As I said, it's a full-on PvP area, and it's a free-for-all, so you can even fight with members of your own faction. There are a few intricacies with the flagging system that I should explain. First is that there is a safe zone, so to speak. You only get flagged if you pass these torches, and if you cross them while you're already flagged, there's an 8-second grace period before you're actually safe. So you can't just run away and immediately get unflagged. There is also a guard system. When you move past these torches, you'll have one of 2 debuffs. The guards are present and the guards are not present. When the guards are present, no one can attack each other and you're free to move around the area without worry. And if the guards aren't present, it's a free-for-all. You can control if the guards are present or not by talking to the guard captain NPC Wraithen. It costs 50 Sightless eyes, which is the currency for this area, to toggle the guards on or off. And it looks like it has an area-wide cooldown of around 5 minutes or so. From the same NPC, you can also hire a personal bodyguard for 5 minutes at the cost of 5 gold. This makes you immune to all PvP combat regardless of the area guards, and they're unaffected if somebody calls them back. Now onto the meat of this whole video, and that's how to actually obtain the Sightless eyes. You get these from a variety of sources. As I mentioned earlier, you get them by killing players. Currently on the beta, it's around 15 to 30 per kill, and when you get killed, you don't drop any. There will also be random chests scattered throughout the area. These contain anywhere from 10 to 100 eyes each depending on their size, and the bigger they are, the longer they take to open. It's also worth noting that you can't open these while you have a guard active. Another source of Sightless eyes are the events. On your minimap, you'll occasionally see yellow stars pop up. Sometimes there'll be elite enemies that drop around 60 to 80 Sightless eyes when you kill them, and other times it'll be a room full of chests. It seems like the spawn rate of these events is dependent on how many people are in the zone. When there were only 3 or 4 people in the sewers, it seemed like it was 20 minutes in between events, but when more people showed up, it was closer to 5 to 10 minutes. Also, in this northeastern stretch where the black market auction house is, there'll also be these green pools. These are also sources for Sightless eyes. You can fish them up and you'll get around 5 to 10 per cast, even with level 1 fishing. The good thing about these is that you can still fish in them even when you have a guard up, so they're a nice option for those of you wanting to take a break from PvP. It's also worth noting that the same is true for those elite spawns. You can attack and loot them even if you have a personal guard. So while PvPing does seem to be the most efficient way to get those Sightless eyes, it's not 100% necessary. And lastly, there's also a one-time level 110 quest from the NPC Fizzy Liver Zapper at coordinates 7583 in the southeastern stretch. She'll give you 150 Sightless eyes for testing a potion. So that about covers it for the sources of these Sightless eyes. Now let's see what you can actually spend them on. I'll have a link to a full list in the description, but I'll cover some of the highlights here. Spread throughout these sewers are a bunch of different vendors that sell you a variety of different stuff. They sell you a ton of different patterns for pretty much every profession: blacksmithing, tailoring, inscription, and so on. There's about 30 or so in total. Check out that link in the description if you want to see them all in detail. There's also a vendor that sells something called portal keys. You can buy these from the NPC Kahuta at coordinates 6579. They vary in price from 50 to 100, and they supposedly unlock portals that allow you to quickly teleport throughout the sewers. Unfortunately, they're bugged out right now in the beta and they don't actually do anything, but once that's fixed, these will be handy for quick escapes or just racing towards the elites. We do also have a pet. It's called the Sewer Pipe Jelly, and you buy it from Laura Malley, located in the central area of the sewers, for 250 Sightless eyes. It is bind on pickup, but it's also cageable, which means that you can sell it. You can also buy the Young Mutant War Turtle box. This spawns 4 turtles on the ground that you can fight and capture. It costs a whopping 1500 Sightless eyes, and note that other players can battle them as well, so even if you buy it, you'll still have some competition. Another noteworthy item is the Wild Mana Wand. You buy this from Dazik Prodmore at coordinate 6674 for 175 eyes. You can use this on one of those random spawning rare elites to increase their health, damage, and the amount of Sightless eyes that they drop, as long as they're at 90% health or above. I did some testing and used it on the Crazed Mage Elite. This guy normally drops 60 Sightless eyes, but if you use the wand on him, he drops around 230, so it's not too bad. You yourself will end up breaking even, but everybody else will get a nice bonus. It's only worth using if you have a lot of people though, because they do take significantly longer to kill. There are also a few items that spawn events or enemies which also give you Sightless eyes. The Widow Sister contract, for example, costs 250 Sightless eyes, and when you use it, you spawn a bunch of rogues throughout the sewers who drop 8 to 10 eyes each when you kill them. The Felchum costs 350, and it spawns red fishing pools that give you around 3 eyes per cast. The Scritcher Whistle costs 175, and it spawns a bunch of little bats that drop 1 eye each. The Imp Binding contrast costs 225, and this one spawns a bunch of imps that drop 3 to 5 eyes per kill. And lastly, we have the Croc Mojo, which costs 175. This periodically spawns crocolisk's in the center of the map that drop 2 to 4 eyes each. Overall, these give you a negative net amount of Sightless eyes, so you may be wondering what the purpose is, and that's mainly for the Ratstallion Mount, which is sort of the holy grail of this whole thing. To get this, you need to get the Underbelly Tycoon achievement, which requires you to collect a whopping 20,000 Sightless eyes. You do cap out at 5,000 eyes, so that's why these items exist. They're just there for you to burn your Sightless eyes on once you bought all of your recipes and such. And they also provide a small return. But that's pretty much it. There's more stuff you can buy, including toy recipes, glyphs, and so on, but this video's starting to drag on, so I'll quit while I'm ahead. Once again, check out that link in the description for a full list of items if you want something more in depth. I think this whole sewer system is a blast, and I find myself coming out here all the time trying to knock out that Ratstallion Mount. I'm sure things will be pretty hectic once Legion actually goes live and everybody's scrambling to get all of this stuff. But hopefully now you have a solid understanding of how all of this works so you have an edge on everyone else. If you do decide to take part in this, I wish you luck. I hope you found this video helpful. Give it a like if you liked it, and if you really liked it, let me know in the comments and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching, good luck, and peace.